if you want to get some colour in that, laddie. Disgusting. Hello there, Connor Whitmore here again with another video for you on the Nawtystep channel, and today I'm going to be doing a live review of the new compilation from Odio Records, Issue 5. Yet another track-by-track compilation live review on the channel, the second in a row following the round table one from Saturday, and I also did the interval one from about a week ago as well, so been a pretty mad week for underground bass music compilations, yeah. And here today we have the latest extensive collection from another one of the best imprints in bass music, full stop, Odio Records. I've been anticipating this one for a fair while now, you know, 21 tunes here, a load of familiar names on show, and some I haven't seen on Odio before. Others I can't say I've heard of before at all, so quite an array of talent on display here, and I'm excited to get into it. Hearing all of these tunes for the first time, I'm going to talk about them as they go on and kind of summarise along the way, and I will spend a little bit of time at the end after all 21 talking about the comp as a whole. So yeah, let's get into it. And first up we have Ablaze with Waitomo Caves. Bubbly, watery. He's come through with a fair few amazing tracks already so far this year. Let's go, what up? Percussion's good, loads of sinewy. Stop me in my tracks there. This one, you can hear the force, the roundedness in that production. Loving that sense of body. Not a lot of variation in the idea, but I think that's the point, you know, kind of focusing and honing in on particular sounds. All that sinewy, mechanical stuff. Fucking hell. Oh, a bit more stop-start, a bit more jagged in the presentation. That kind of beastliness, you can hear it. That is what I'm talking about. Ablaze, he's got it on lock there. Not a load of variation in the ideas, but I think that's the point, you know, really honing in on the force of it and letting those industrial, kind of mechanical, sinewy sounds kind of snake in, letting them be the focal point of the tune, and I think it really works in that way. So yeah, full of force, quite simple in its approach, but I think that is working for it. Yeah, bit of a fucking fat stomper to open up here. Next up we have BP Boop Song by Blank Space. BP Boop Song. Okay, here we go. Rhythm. Oh! Oh shit! Oh yeah, boy! Oh fucking hell! I love those little touches, man. Just one of those little boppy, colourful, flavoursome, little fruity numbers, you know. This one's got flavour. Get the shoulders, you know. Just get the shoulders going. The bounce of it, you know, just so simple, clean. Again, pretty simple ideas, but that's the point, you know. It allows you to concentrate more on the cleanliness of the production and just how refined and tight everything is, you know? Again, it works. Ow. 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 It's actually really nice to dance to as well, you know? Just get a little swing going, you know? All these little touches, man. Fucking so... That, for me, is a perfect example of having very simple ideas, but it just being so infectious as a tune because the production is just so on point. Very good for what it is, you know, again, as something that doesn't really push too far with what it wants to do, the invention and whatnot, but the execution is just so clean, you know. We know people like Akios, UK, they're all doing it at the moment, and that is very much following in those footsteps. So yeah, another good tune here, and overall, 2 tracks in, a good start. Next up we have the boy Basic with Paradigm. Okay. Ramping up. Oh. Ooh. Transitioning here is very good. I'm fucking cutting deep, man. Ooh. What's going on there? Again, a lot of amazing sounds here just firing off at you. Not a load of melodic flavour there in the heaviness, but I liked a load of the sounds on show. It just had quite a stark and dark and hollow feeling, I would say. This is nice. Quite intergalactic in feel. Love that percussion. Cuts even deeper. The little breaks here are fantastic, just so well executed, and you can hear all the available space is being filled, and really well. These are odd though, in a good way, like kind of unsettling. I'm not quite sure how I feel about them yet. Still got about 50 seconds to go. I do wish just a little bit more of that would have been had in the heaviness, you know, just a bit more melodic flavour and feeling, because there were points where the heaviness I felt was just a bit too dark, a bit too hollow, and slightly bereft of feeling, I would say, but the amount he kind of worked into the space and kind of had firing off in all directions, I think really worked for it. And he kind of makes up for the lack of melodic feeling there with a load of great melodic stuff in the intro, outro, and midsection moments. So, albeit in a different way, another pretty accomplished number here. Then we have Dark Shine by DDD and Moons. Okay. Ooh. Lurking, building, here we go. I'm liking the beat a lot. I haven't heard a beat like that in a long time, if ever. Kind of like quicker rhythm with like a pulsating sub kind of bass underneath, just kind of ticking it along. Do you know what I mean? It seems a bit quicker than your usual rhythmy song, if you get me. Again, well produced, clean, sharp, tidy. Oh! Man, the standard here so far is good. Just more sounds makes it even more ravenous, beastly. Fuck. An idea like this could so easily not work because of production quality, general execution, all of that, but it's working. It's working. Another fantastic example of doing a lot with a little, if you get me. Yeah, the ideas don't do loads, not loads of invention, but that is why it's so good. It just doesn't stray from the power and impact of the original idea. Adds a few sounds where it can to kind of pick it up a bit, but no, so confident in what it wants to do, knows what it does well, and it just runs with it. Sometimes that kind of consistency, when the production and execution is there, you just have to go with it, and they did that with aplomb. Another fucking banger to open up here, God. After that, we have Breaker by Evil Noise. Oh, bit of a bouncy number. The snare is a bit flat, but the bounce is keeping me going. I'm breaking. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Sorry? Oh, that is powerful. That is powerful dubstep. Needed just a little bit more beef behind that snare, but the idea is emphatic, powerful. Yeah, just really striking. Some of those sounds as well, the high-pitched stuff, was chef's kiss. few more gaps I think could have been filled, but the strength of the drop itself is there pretty much. I do think, as I said, a couple of gaps could have been filled a bit more just to kind of keep it ticking along just a bit more, especially in that second drop, but I mean, that is a small nitpick. Percussion here and there as well. Small things when, in the grand context of the tune overall, it's probably the best or my favourite Evil Noise song I've heard so far. Loving the high pitch synths we got in there as well, you know, very frenetic and a lot of relentless stuff here on show. Let's keep going. Next up we have Imperial Mobsters by False Hero. Not someone I expected on this comp, but hey ho, there you go. Let us go. Likes a good old storytelling introduction, of course. Okay. Ooh, sharp.
Going forever, and you'll never be.
Ooh. Very interesting. Nice idea. The percussion, as you can hear, letting it down just a bit. Those growls are fucking sick. Like those. They sound awesome. Some great sounds on show, but yeah, that percussion just a bit flat, not really supporting and elevating what's on top quite enough. But as an idea, really like the contorted, twisted, almost jumpy nature of it. You know, sounds rebounding off one another really well and nicely. The percussion so far is a bit of a thorn in its side. Even here, just needs to be a bit sharper, a bit more refined. Okay. Amazing sounds and like fantastic dynamic and relationship between them. But I struggle to get into it fully just because of that percussion. It just, yeah, falls a bit flat, doesn't hit quite hard enough. Musically fantastic as well here, you know, melodically so on point, but yeah, imagine if it was just all of that twisted, contorted stuff, but with a like a very powerful and strong backdrop beneath it. But nah, a lot of good there to take forward and kind of work on. I would be interested as to, you know, if he did a VIP of it going forward and how he could just unleash those ideas a lot more. But nah, a lot of good there for sure. Next up, someone else here I didn't expect to see on the comp, and that is Glasspack with Mind Eraser. Marching along, where's it going? Okay, let's go. Did not see that coming. Man, that is demonic fucking filth right there. Only got about a minute to go, but I mean, it feels rounded and complete and quite ambitious, you know, as an idea, as a whole idea. I mean, I've talked about contorted and muddy and twisted and all of that already, but this is fucking acidic and glitchy and just so AI almost, you know? Like stretching something and pulling it apart, you know? As I said, a couple of percussion issues in the heaviness, you know, quite muddy and a bit too fat, a bit too grainy and kind of, yeah, a bit gravelly, I would say. But the idea was awesome, and the force of it and kind of really imposing itself on you and just wave after wave and hit after hit of that thumping, enveloping sound. And did take me off my seat a bit, I can't lie, especially following on from what we've had already. But yeah, another fucking good cut here. Next up, Guillotine with Pit Monster. Yes, Stan, mate. Thick sound. Thick sound. is wild. Ooh. It has a bit of a tear out feel to it, but a bit more mechanical, a bit more fresh in sound, you know, not quite as deathly. Necessary force there, you know, the snare is a little bit feathery, not quite that, you know, fully beefed up, but it is good. I think it suits what's on top quite well, actually. That fuzz beneath as well is just Batman. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, good. That was a good choice. I like that. Ending it there was a good choice, I think. It's great when a producer has that kind of awareness to not carry it on for too long and kind of just stop it when the impact is right. Good spin-off, I think, of tear out music and that kind of approach. So, yeah, it is good. Following on from there, we have Joe B with Push. Yeah, snares a bit. This compilation, man, the fucking flavor, the sauce, the heaviness, it's just... Wow. That sound was so sharp, so well cut, so all the spaces, and it was just so defined, you know. I mean, the snares here, not amazing, but again? Oh, they just pierce so well, the exact right amount. I like how it feels like it's almost kind of falling over itself, like stuttered and jagged and all of that. Man. I have to hold my hands up here and say that, you know, there's been a lot of hype for Joe B this year, and I wasn't quite getting it. I have to say the percussion in his music really was putting me off it. I have to say, have to hold my hands up here. Wasn't big on it, but that has kind of elevated his whole style and aesthetic and approach in such a big way in my mind. That was riveting and full throttle. Again, without doing too much, but the production is just so there. A couple of percussion bits aside, but nah, that was tight. After that, we have Warning by Jub. Oh. Very underground feel to that. That is swampy. That is swampy. Oh, those little bing, 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 bing. Just to add another little bit of flavour. Oh, fucking hell. Out of nowhere again. Oh. Fake out just keeps on going. That percussion doesn't feel quite as clean. It's a bit too saturated, I think. Keeps motoring on forward. Could have done with a bit more variety for me in the heaviness and kind of a couple more like interesting ideas just to keep it going. But if you like your rhythm consistent, constant, and yeah, just running with a particular idea for the whole thing pretty much, then that one will be for you. Then we have Cura and Midnight with Biomechanics. Like those sounds. Oh! That is savage. That is just scything through everything in its way. Man, that was like a little burst of energy right there. Just really like it had been all kind of pent up and balled up in this little thing, and then... What are we gonna get? Very nice sounds on show, and I like the whole scaling feel of it, kind of climbing up. But yeah, the percussion, as you can hear. The snare there is simply just folding in on itself. Doesn't quite have the body to elevate and propel up what's on top. Still got half a minute here. Like the basic tune here, another beautiful outro, and that kind of elevates my enjoyment of it just a bit, taking the intro into consideration as well. I think, yeah, rounded off very well, but in the middle, some good stuff, some really gnarly, ravenous, scything stuff, as I said. And I would definitely say that was the main selling point of it, but yeah, a couple percussion issues here stopped me from fully getting into it, but a lot of good to work with here going forward. Then we have, I want to say, Lemmy Dubs with Singularity. Yeah, gonna go with Lemmy Dubs with a 3. Here we go. Quite jungly, tribal, also quite mechanical actually. Fuck's sake, man. What the fuck? That is like completely different, you know, stripped of hype. But fuck, it's good. I mean, what the... Oh! Snare isn't amazing, but the rest of the production is just so clean and sharp, vibrant, visceral, that you just can't help but get into it. That croak. Fucking brilliant. Comparatively with everything else we've heard already. Quite low key and doesn't try to do too much, but just so well cut, all the note placement, so clever, all the clinks and clanks. Oh, nice fake out. It's like a mix of Crimmer, Chibs, Ominous, just like melded and blended and, you know, forged into one. Knew how to have those little moments of contrast and adding sounds where it can and getting that dynamic and flow and rhythm on point. In the rhythm, in the dubstep. Yeah, standard here is simply very, very high. Moving on, we have Mad Dubs and Phonon with Yeah. Nice. Oh, love that percussion, love it. Oh, fucking hell. I love that. That jumpiness, that bounce is just tickling me. Like being on a swing, you know. Again, doesn't do too much ideas-wise, but a good amount of fun and yeah, good swing to it, good flow again, and we're gonna have to see what comes next, but yeah, consistent once more. Again, swampy, I would have to say, kind of like the Jub tune with those very deep industrial mechanical. These builds are great. Them. Little bit of a difference there. Couple of little changes here in terms of layout and keeping you on your toes as the listener. Another cheeky little idea. Doesn't do a lot, not kind of going out of its way to impress you, I wouldn't say, but solid idea, and I like how they run with it for pretty much the whole thing. Couple little changes over its course, but yeah, for the most part, that same vibe just permeating it, if you will. Not special, I wouldn't say, but yeah, solid. Okay, onwards we go to Go Stupid by Medulla. Here we go.
Oh my
Quite unique sounds here, I would say. Quite odd in a way, but you know, not necessarily in a bad way, just a bit, not something I've heard before and trying to kind of get my head around. Yeah, a bit unsettling for me, this one. Not quite sitting right, feels a bit slightly jarring with those synths, I would have to say. It's just not really like anything I've heard in quite a while, if ever, to be honest. It's not something I feel like I can get into, you know, beyond the beat, which is solid, pretty chunky, and good body to it. What's on top is just weirding me out a bit. Parts of it I enjoyed. I liked the beat, as I said, was had a good kind of ponderous feel to it, but in a good way, you know, kind of trudging along. But I'm gonna have to hear it again to get a more rounded view of it and kind of appreciation, if you will, but just a bit weird, really. After that, another collab, we have Reach and Blacklist with Bus It. Ooh, that is good. That vocal sample fits perfect. Oh. Quite big, that's quite big. Oh, double drop. Gonna just mention quickly, the snares weren't amazing, but I did like the stuttered and statement making approach there that we got. And again here. The snare does fall a bit flat, but I like the staggered, as I said, and kind of spaced out approach of the notes here. Almost stop-start in a way, that kind of yeah, it's a good approach. A lot going on. Yeah, you can hear that snare. These bits are sick in the interlude, midsection, and intro, outro. Vocal sample, sick as well. But yeah, anything that I get, the loudness and kind of in-your-face-ness, and just a bit thin on the ground in terms of backing up completely what's on top. But a lot of good to get there, you know, as I said, did get a good amount of force from it. And that is testament to the loudness of it and, yeah, how statement-making it was as an idea. But, yeah, the percussion could have been a bit more rounded just to kind of take it to another level. Again, one of those, I feel, where there's a lot of good to take forward. Then we have Saiga with Glass Cubes. Little squeaky farts going on there. Quite cheeky, quite simple, quite straightforward in a way, I would say. Percussion is a bit muddy, a bit distant, not quite enough at the forefront, I think. Oh, bit of jumpiness there. Again here, really nice swing and swagger to it, good rhythm, good flow. I love these little popping sounds, man. They're fucking, they're cheeky. Yeah, for me, the contrast between build, fake out, and drop isn't quite clear enough. There isn't quite enough impact when the heaviness eventually comes in. Yeah, for me, this one just a bit too simple, not doing quite enough. Yeah.
Where's me fucking glass cubes, mate?
Where's me fucking glass cubes, mate? Yeah, with that one, I think I've said everything I need to say. You know, good flow, rhythm, and stuff like that, but ideas-wise, just a bit too simple, I would have to say, for me, and a bit of the percussion just, yeah, not quite refined enough. But yeah, again, good in parts. Okay, 5 to go. Next up, we have Vice Grip by Soz. Ooh. snare, quite evident from the off, but these sounds are fucking some good note placement there, and Relentless just throwing everything at you. But yeah, that. Nah. Oh, very good transition there. Even more full on here, you know, you feel like it's throwing itself at you even more. Yeah, transitions like that are a bit off and bring the track down just a bit. A good idea. I like the full-on rattling approach of it. Yeah, again, it's a thing of the percussion, unfortunately, just bringing it down a bit, and the transitioning. Well, some of it was fantastic, but yeah, a couple that were just a bit cluttered, a bit clunky, didn't quite make sense, and I mean, not bad. After that, we have Subject 31 with Tear Out Boy. Here we go. Oh, fucking, the production is just so muddy and scratchy. Reminds me a bit of Midnight Tea, actually. I mean, the idea isn't bad, and some good sounds on show, but just the way they're executed and put together, I just find it a bit grating for me personally. Yeah, I think with that one, I've said everything I need to say, probably. Then another collab, we have Viperactive and Bones Noise with Follow Me. I like these two individually, so what are they gonna cook up together? Oh, come on! Oh, that is mean. Snare, as you can hear, falling a bit flat, but the energy here, the thrilling nature of it, is just gripping me. Okay, would have expected some more dubstep at that point, but nice to see they've gone straight for the midsection. Quite refreshing. Those fuzzes, man. Oh! Woo! Fucking hell, that is tight. That is incisive, intricate. Cuts deep. Man, the detail on that drop was fucking me up. Yeah, not quite as big on that one, just a bit, you know, walls of sound, a bit too white noisy, I think. And the snare problem does persist here. But man, there was some fucking good stuff in there. In particular, that middle drop, which did completely take me off my seat. I was surprised and welcomed, I think, at this point in the compilation. We haven't heard much stuff like that. Some very electrifying and thrilling stuff on show here. Even though I wasn't big on some of the ideas, I appreciate that that was kind of laced throughout, that kind of energy and approach, which worked for it. Yeah, another solid number. Alrighty, penultimately we have Exile by Zeden. Musicality is lovely here. You can hear the snare again, just a bit too thin, but that idea is sick. That was quite a clear example. You know, you could hear the snare there, just too quiet. Doesn't have enough of a say, basically. again, the sounds are so good. The sounds are sick, but the percussion just, it does let it down. You can't avoid that as a thing. Kind of number where you just like, imagine, you know, 5 years from now, if he redoes it, how amazing it would be. All the interlude moments are really good, I would say. Yeah, I mean, same thing. Those... They're so good. They need that definition to unleash them fully. It really does have the musicality going for it though, I think. One of the best here on that front. You know, the introduction was fantastic. Just a simple thing here of amazing sounds and a good idea, but the percussion, bringing it down to the point where I don't really feel like I can just get into it and move along with it. But yeah, some good stuff there, no doubt. And finally here, we have another collaboration, the final one on the comp, and it's another interesting one, I would say, between Zeta and Artix, and the tune is Kaminari. Yeah, the closer. Here we go.
We have the supreme weapons.
Oh, yes we do. Oh, quick build, here we go.
Kaminari.
Oh, Squelch Central. Oh, that's mean. Oh, some fucking good sounds there, my word. So colourful, so bright, and like vibrant, and yeah, just fresh, you know? Good amount of smack to it as well in the heaviness, you know, just hit just about the right amount.
Kaminari.
Oh, more grungy. Oh, so well cut. I'm liking that a fucking decent amount. Just hear the fucking design on that. My word. And there we go. Quite simply, I just found that one so nice on the ear. Fuck me. Gurgly and swampy, but fresh and clear. And yeah, just no real sense of muddiness and flatness, if you will. You know, it had the necessary colour and flavour and sharpness to it overall. So yeah, pretty vibrant, vivid number to close. But overall, I mean, wow, some amazing production and ideas on show here. Genuinely a collection where I just feel even more that the ideas and quality really are in the underground, you know. You simply don't hear that kind of stuff. Well, you know, some of the stuff we get here on the so-called biggest labels, if you will. Unsurprising, perhaps, you know, given they're new and they have those ideas, whereas in the biggest labels, for the most part, those producers have kind of been around for a long time and, you know, kind of maybe run out of ideas, fair enough. But the underground at the moment really is putting the mainstream to shame, you have to say it. You know, even the ones that don't leave quite as big an impression still leave an impression of sorts, if you get me. A couple here that don't do much at all, but you must admit you've heard far, far worse. Maybe could have had a bit more genre or style variation over the course of the comp. You know, some trap or freeform or something else like that would have been nice, I think. But genuinely here, I would have to say one of my favourite comps of the whole year so far. Only my first listen, of course, but the standard here is simply very, very high. And on that note, for what it's worth, my favourites here come from Ablaze, Blank Space, Evil Noise, Glasspack, Joby, Lemmy Dubs, and Zeta and Artix. But there we have it, again, another mammoth video, this time covering the new compilation from Odio Records, issue 5. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. What did you guys make of the comp? Do you have a favourite, or I imagine favourites, of the 21? Let me know in the comments section down below. But beyond that, keep it naughty. If it's naughty, then you know. And I will see all of you legends in the next one. Peace out.